All right, welcome back to the Recovery Tapes. My name's Gary and I'm your host, and today we've got my very first special guest episode with Mr Sikkant. So how are you today, man?
Nice to meet you, Gary. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I was nervous you wasn't going to come, bro. I was like sitting up here and I was like inside, like, fuck, man, I wonder if he's even going to come.
I got to keep that suspense to keep it exciting. Yeah. No. I'm always, if I commit to something, I'm here. So no, it's a pleasure. It's a great space. It's cool. I like a professional podcast.
Thank you. From where I'm sitting, I just give a shout out to Neverland Studios for having us as well today. It's I'm impressed as well. This is cool, man. So did you grow up in Perth here?
Well, I originally was born in India, moved to Melbourne. So lived in, my family moved to Melbourne. We lived there for a minute. Didn't really work out for job wise for my dad, and the weather sucks completely. Yeah. So it wasn't like conducive to being happy. And then moved to Perth, and I've been here forever. So 30 years.
Did you go to school and stuff here, man?
I did, yeah.
What high school did you go to?
Rossmoyne Senior High School. So
nice.
South of the river.
Yeah. We just finished building a huge retirement village out there for the Air Force, near the Air Force base out there.
Oh, cool.
Just off the highway, yeah. So
near Jandakot?
Yeah. It's cool to be a part of projects like that. You know, it's all for the old army guys and stuff, and it's just to working stuff like that in Perth is something I like to take pride in as well. You know, it's giving back to the people that have given to us so many years ago.
Yes, yeah. So now I went to high school there, went to primary school also to Rossmoyne, and then the year I went to Rossmoyne High, the next year, now I claim it for myself, but it's not true, is that it became the number one public school in Australia. It had the number one results out of all public schools in Australia. So that's all my doing.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I love it. So what first got you into content creation, man? What was the thing that made you go, I'm going to do this?
Well, I've always been doing something creative. So, I mean, my professional side is private equity. So that's always been business, and I've been doing that majority of my life. I studied as an electrical engineer and computer science, UWA, and worked as an engineer for a minute, knew that wasn't going to be my thing. Absolutely hated it. Didn't even think I was going to do that as a job. It was more, which is good from my parents to say, hey, have a backup. So, business and whatever doesn't work out, then you've got something. So that's the professional side. And on the creative side, I was always doing something, I did music, I was rapping for a while, did some script writing. Anything creative kept me engaged. Yeah. But then as soon as the comedy merged, I was like, fuck, I found the thing. I don't know if I'm supposed to swear.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I was like, I found the thing that really just ticks all the boxes. Is problem solving in real time. You're able to elicit a reaction from people by just your words. You get to just come up with stupid shit and just have fun.
Yeah, that's the best part of it, eh?
Like life is so serious, and obviously the work side is always very serious because it's all numbers, calculations and hiring, all that kind of stuff, which is very, it affects a lot of people and everything does, right? But then it's like, well, you can make something that's just fun and enjoy. And the creative side helps the business side. So it's kind of both. So I was doing stand-up and I got obsessed with stand-up. Then I found crowd work really challenging, which is breaking that fourth wall and talking to the audience. I found that I don't know what to do here. So my producer and videographer and, now business partner in this project, he's also he's one of the best comedians in the country. He is really good at crowd work. And he's like, what you need to do, man, is you need to just keep practicing. And I was like, well, I can't get enough stage time and I can't burn the stage time because then they never book me again. So he's like, well, I'm doing videos for your business stuff. Why don't we just go out onto the streets and you just try crowd work and we film it so you can watch it back. That's kind of where it started. And that was about 3 years ago.
Yeah, because I love your content. I think a lot of people from Perth do as well. Like, it's funny how people see their friends or they see someone that they frequently see around areas or stuff like that. Like, I've seen a few of your videos and been like, I know who that guy is. Like the dude that was talking about the pigeons in Perth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mitch.
Yeah, I knew him, man. I used to use with him and stuff. I haven't seen him for a very long time. And then to see him talking about pigeons in the city, I was sort of like, two. Like, all right, bro. Like,
so you shared a bit of a history with him?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've spoke to a lot of friends and stuff that I've got that see your content. Like, God, did you see such and such on Sikkant? Or did you see that video at the deli? It's relatable for us, man. Like, and you're scrolling through your phone, you see X, Y, Z, flashing lights here, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you're at Kandula Deli. And like for a guy like me, like that's a dangerous part of the world, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you ever get nervous or scared, like going around doing the street stuff?
It's funny that that's really the one question everyone asks me. They're always like, are you scared? Are you nervous? Does it worry you? Do you get like, do you feel threatened and all that kind of stuff? And to be honest, man, no, because I've grown up in Perth. I've been from a low socioeconomic suburbs. I've gone to better suburbs. I've had friends with all types of people. Like when I moved to Perth, so my parents are practicing Sikhs, meaning turbans, beard, the whole thing. So I had that as well. And then obviously that's a long story, but kind of went against the faith. Cut my hair, cut the beard, and didn't keep it ever since. Now wear a hat instead. So just replace the turban with a hat. And anyway, so I felt like in primary school. So when I went to my first and second primary school, I was the only brown kid in the entire school, which is wild now, right? You look at it now and it's like, bro, you're like, spot the white guy. It's gone the other way.
Can I speak to you about that? Like, I remember what Australia was like when I was a kid. I don't see Australia in the 1990s being very accepting of that. Like the kids, it would have been hard for you, eh?
Again, it's the same thing. It's like I never really felt not accepted or racism. Honestly, not once have I, because, and this is what I tell a lot of friends who are like triggered by everything that seems to be racist, is like, well, if you're looking for racism, you'll find it everywhere. If you're looking for hate, you'll find it everywhere. If you're looking for sexism, you'll find it everywhere. If you're looking for any sort of place the word of whatever trigger, you'll find it, right? And I was always of the belief that I look different to most people here. So why would they not be like, I don't understand. Like they don't understand. They've never seen a Sikh person. And I'm saying in the primary school, I was the only like non-white kid. So they're probably like, what the fuck? Who is this person, right?
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And then that's how you develop the banter. Like they used to roast me, I'd roast them back. And that's how you build relationships. And I just realized that's Australian culture. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I still love it.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
That's essentially our channel, is just bantering with people. Because you look at some of your closest friends that you've developed relationships with, you can say the most horrific things to that person. And like deep down, you love them. And so you can say it. And a lot of the times when you meet someone new, the moment you cross this like barrier of awkwardness is if I can go to, hey, Gary, fucking what a shit haircut, man. And not that I'm saying it's a great haircut, don't get me wrong. But like we're cool.
Yeah,
we're cool.
For real.
Right? But if I can't say that to you, then it's like, are we really that close? Like as mates, are we really that tight? Probably
I feel
not.
that way with alcohol. I'm not a drinker, so I don't drink. And I feel that like if you need a drink to be with someone or have a banter with them, you're not actually bantering or like having any connection with them. It's sort of like there's that blanket over the whole thing and everyone's sort of like, oh. But the second something goes wrong, everyone's like, who are these people? Like, do I even know how they're going to react to me?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'll just flow into another question.
But I guess on that topic, just to finish that thread, I think it's interesting to like, for people to just evaluate what, not evaluate, I'm not trying to give advice. I never give advice because I'm not qualified to give any advice, but essentially it's like, your true friends that say if you were to have a wedding or have a wedding or like if you're already married, like I'm married, say if I was to have another wedding, is like, who are the people you would invite to that wedding are going to be those people that you have that level of like connection where you can be yourself.
Yeah.
And no one is themselves when they're navigating landmines of like, oh, let's not say anything about this touchy topic. Let's not cross that line. Let's not do this. You put a bunch of guys together that love each other deep down, they will rip each other to shreds. And I grew up loving that part of Australian culture because I'm like, that's how we make friends.
Yeah, it
like
is.
I've got to be funny. I've got to be able to respond to this guy who'll be like, oh, you know, curry muncher, like as a joke, right?
Yeah.
People go, oh, that's racist. I'm like, whatever, let's go. It's banter. I'm like, look at you, whatever, like hamburger. Like you gotta go back. And and then the guy goes, okay, cool. He didn't take it seriously. I wanted him to like maybe get offended, but now we're jousting.
Yeah, nice.
And we're cool.
Yeah,
so that's kind of, I think, the Australia I've always seen is like the people I connect with, like yourself or other people that watch our videos.
Yeah, man.
They love having a laugh, man. We're not hurting anyone, and that's how you kind of, you're not provoking anyone. You're not trying to like cause violence. Is just in the end, I'm safe in all areas because in the end, you're gonna just have a joke with someone.
I think the fact that you take that positive mind state into it as well is always going to carry through with you. Like you're not looking for anything other than that result, are you?
Yeah, yeah. And of course, it's got to be entertaining. So it's got to be something interesting or unique or whatever. So you got to go to these places like the Dead Man's Deli, which you mentioned, because that's an interesting place. It's edgy. There is a little bit of tension around there. Like you said, it's dangerous.
I've seen some bad shit happen there, man.
So like have I. I've been, you know, Mirrabooka. I've spent a lot of time in the past, seen some people get roughed up, and that's, you know, myself, my two cameramen are the roughest fucking individuals you'll ever meet.
I wanted to ask you that.
They've been through the ringer.
Yeah.
So like, if they know shit's going down, they will go, okay, now we got to step. You got to step back.
So there's like some form of control there. It's not just like, because to the general guy scrolling on the phone, you just look like this rogue dude at like one of the most gangster delis in the north side. Like, just, hey, bro.
Who want to stab me, bro? Come on.
Yeah.
No, that's what it's got to look like because that's interesting, right? Because in the end, we're trying to make something entertaining.
Fuck yeah.
But behind the scenes, it is what it is. There is tension.
Yeah.
I feel the tension. But I'm like, I've got to now rely on my skills to disarm this tension.
Yeah, nice.
We also have cameras, so no one's really going to do something really violent.
Yeah, like you'd be surprised if someone come out of nowhere with a bat when there's a guy with a camera there. Right?
Correct. Yeah. So you're a little bit protective. It can happen though.
Yeah.
And I've got to be careful if you end up around someone who's on some substances or not in the right state of mind because they can flip, as you probably know in the past, people can flip.
Yeah.
So you got to be on your guard. But I've dealt with all kinds of people, man.
I can tell you have, man, by your demeanor and stuff. Like I'm starting to calm down as the interview's starting to go into it. So it's good. Was there a specific post or moment that went viral that you knew like, all right, this is what I've got to do. That's the wicket right there.
Man, you know what's wild is I've done so many different, like I mentioned, forms of creativity and whatever. And I would get a certain amount of views and I'd be like, that's pretty good. And certain meaning like maybe 2,000, 5,000 views on something. And I'd be like, whoa, this is crazy. I used to post on Facebook early on, just doing like jokes when I was in comedy. And I got this one video which hit, I can't remember, 100,000 views or something. I was like, whoa, this is wild. And then we started doing the streets thing and we posted it on TikTok, which was a main platform where we were posting initially. Instagram and all those didn't really take off at that time. And it was, week one was so difficult that I was like, this is near impossible. I just sweating, nervous, edgy, fidgeting, like trying to approach people and then just getting real awkward about it. And I was like, Tim, who's my producer business partner, I was like, man, I can't do this. So we went to get a drink at this hotel at a balcony. And I was like, I think this is it, Tim. I'm just going to jump off this balcony because this is a moment. I can't do this. He's like, bro, we committed to, I think it was 5 weeks. He's like, you got to fucking do 5 weeks. Just calm down. So week one was the worst thing I've ever done. I've done stand-up. I've done public speaking to like 5,000 people in an audience. I've MC'd and done difficult things. This was fucking hard. Then come week two and we just went banger, 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 banger. And it was just serendipity. It was like the world was telling you, you've got to do this. Let me deliver this on a plate. We had a rap battle with these young kids who were, I don't know if you remember, it was a very old clip. I don't know how long ago
I've followed you from the start.
So you might know this. It was a young kid, he had a mullet and Cold Blazer was another guy who came in and he was, I think, a Geraldton cat and he came in, he did a freestyle and just roasted these kids.
Yeah.
And the kids tried to freestyle and it was really bad. And it was just hilarious because he came out saying, I'm the best rapper in Perth. And I was like, okay, freestyle for me. And so that went off. And then we met this other kid who said, I finally found the limitless pill and I've opened up my entire mind and I can see everything. And it just went off the rails. It was what? So anyway, 3 or 4 of those, posted them on TikTok, 350,000 views. One that just went so gangbusters, the dad had to call me, this limitless guy, who goes, man, it's affecting my son negatively, please take it off.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, he's like, he's really suffering from the fact that he said whatever. And I was like, man, look, you've got to live with what you said. We interview you say the thing. Like, it's not like I'm going to come back to you and say, I said some dumb shit on the podcast, please delete it. I'm accountable for what I say right now. I've come into here and I've consented to this. So anyway, so we took it off because we don't want to hurt anyone. So like 500,000 views, which I've never seen anywhere. And I was like, what the fuck? This is easy. So
That's wild, eh?
Went from killing myself to this is easy. And then 3, 4, 5 week was a grind. And I mean, over time it's now normal, but it took a while to get comfortable with it, man.
Yeah.
But those were the moments that made me go, there's something here.
I understand that because my first video that I ever did was just me in my car. And it got 5,000 views. And I was like, holy shit.
What were you sharing, like personal?
It was just like on TikTok, I was like, hey, been recovered for 10 years now. I think I'm ready to start talking and sharing some advice and tips and stuff that I've got for people who are in recovery. Can everybody please comment or like this video to let me know to do another one? And when I went on TikTok the next morning, as you know, you wake up, you know, you sort of make your coffee, get your phone or whatever, your computer, you go to check your video from the day before. And there was over 250 likes and 5,000 views. And I was like, okay, rightio. So I've rang my mate who does some stuff and he's like, make another one. Don't be a pussy, I'll make another one. I was like, all right. So I made another one, like 150 views. Same thing. I was like, all right. For some reason though, that was like, let's start riding the wave. Let's do this. Like there's got to be the dip and the flow of it. And so I made another couple and it went well on TikTok. And so I actually I've had the platform for myself for like 4 months. I'm just about to hit 2,000 followers and I've got over 10K likes. And I spoke to another guy and he was like, you got to start doing lives. You got to start interviewing people. You got to start a podcast. Like you have to do this with those numbers coming in at the start. I think you should. And so now I'm sort of at the point where things are coming up and now I'm sort of plateauing and learning and I'm just loving every minute of it, every second of it, man. Like
very cool.
I had a guy message me and say, I watched some of your content and I didn't get on the heroin. And yes, he went and took a whole bunch of medication, but the fact that he watched a motivational video from me and then didn't go and do that, which is like supposed to be the most addictive drug in the world, I was like, I cried, man.
That's amazing.
In my kitchen, bro, I cried. I like crouched down and I just started crying because I was like, you're helping people for free. You're not asking for subscriptions. You're not doing any bullshit. You're just speaking what's going on in your ADHD mind and you're helping people. And so now I've got this full dialogue set up where I do 3 videos a week, do my podcast clips, starting to build this, emailing you, emailing like Anthony Mundine, Danny Green, like just boom, 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 like as many people, man. Like my dream person is Ben Cousins.
Yeah, same, man. I'm still trying to tee that up, man. Yeah, it's getting close.
Yeah,
Benny,
man.
come on. It's waiting for you.
Yeah.
We'll do it together.
Yeah.
All 3 of us.
So like, yeah, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm hounding him.
Yeah, but I manifested this, what we're doing right now. My kids were asleep. I've been at work for like 10 hours a day. I was like, fucked, man. And then I'm sitting at my table just cleaning up for my missus because she's fucking so good, always doing the kids and stuff while I'm doing this, work, everything else.
What do you do for work, man?
I work for a tiling company. So we build multi-story bathrooms in the city on like high-rise buildings and it's fucked.
Hard.
Very, very hard. Yeah.
You look like you're fit.
Yeah, no, you've got to be able to move when you have to, and then you've got to know when to get out of the way for the other trades and then get back in and do it. And so it's like just like we're doing with the content creation, there's a flow that you have to go with and there's a way that you have to do. And, you know, it's like everything in life. It's the yin and the yang of it all. So
well, good on you, man. I think there is a growing problem, maybe not the right word, but a growing concern of drug use and people not being able to get out of it. and being trapped because there's all these other difficulties that they're facing in life. And that is the escapism at the initial outset of getting away from your problems or facing problems in life or whatever you're dealing with. Then it just holds you. Because I've spoken to many people and now stay away from it because I don't want to repetitively go into the fact of like speaking to someone who's now come out and it helps, but then you kind of always also to some extent talking too much about the drugs. So, but it does need someone who's been through it, which I imagine is yourself.
Yep.
Because people go, man, he like I did this one interview with this OG graffiti guy called Promise, and he was outside.
I've seen that, man.
And he had a tough.
They really lived by the laws of the streets, those old school graffiti dudes, man.
And
with the crews and stuff, like they really lived by the whole like ride or die.
Pretty much, man. And he was hooked on heroin, I believe.
Yeah.
And I forget, but I think it was heroin, and it was to the point that he had to like inject himself in the neck or something. It was got really bad for him.
Yeah, man.
But he's on the other side. And the amount of comments and messages and people going, bro, like listening to his story has made me go, fuck this. Yeah. But they're like, I'm still trapped. I don't know what to do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, man, I hope you keep doing it because that's really important that someone who's on the other side can talk about it because it's relatable to people, and hopefully it can just like not even inspire, just break.
Here's an example. The latest video I did on TikTok was I can't take cold and flu tablets because of the pseudoephedrine in them. It's when you make drugs, some of the shit that I used to be involved in, is they extract it all out and do cold cooks with it. And so if I have one now, it throws me into a mind state from over 10 years ago, man. And I'm shaking, I'm nervous, I'm in my car and because it
reminds you of the...
Yeah. And it, like you have a nervous system, obviously. You've got, like, you remember, man, your body remembers feels. And so if I get any sort of those rushy, speedy feels, man, anxiety attacks, full-blown panic mode, like, and so I released a video to say to people, like, check that shit. Read the box, man. Do you know what I mean? Make sure that you are checking yourself. Don't just roll into a doctor and go, I'm sick, because they don't give a flying fuck, mate. And rehab doesn't work. I'm not going to sit here and go to rehab, because the statistics say that over 85% of people that go to rehab have relapsed and are living back in a worse situation than they were. So there's not even a 20% mark of success. And they're taking people's money for this, do you know what I mean? And they're promising fathers, your daughter's going to be all right. She's getting out and she's worse. Do you know what I mean? And because I do believe that rehab is just a school for junkies to get together and pretend like they're going to live a better life when they get out. But like you just said, when life comes calling and you're in that room by yourself and there's no one to talk to and you've got to swallow your own thoughts and deal with them, man, 90% of people, man, they run to the bottle shop, run to the drugs, and we're humans. We need that outlet. But the problem our society has, I believe, in which why I'm talking about it, is there's not enough teachings around the fact that the work comes from you. It comes from within. You have to want to change. You can watch as many videos as you want, dude. You can scream from the rooftops. I've been the guy that did it. I got out of prison after doing 3 years and told my mum I was going to be good, bro. And in 5 hours, I was back on the needle. And I still haven't recovered from that with her. I still don't have my mum back in my life, because another thing that people need to know when you're a drug addict is people don't have to forgive you when you sober up. And that's a reality that, so, oh, no, I'm sober now. Yeah, but remember what you did, bro.
So as in they don't believe you?
No.
Or you've hurt them too much for them to...
I've hurt my mum too much for her to come, and that's my fault. And now I am the best version of myself, sitting here talking to you, doing a podcast in a studio, right? And my mum's not seeing this version of me, and that's my fault.
Send it to your mum. She'll love it. Send it to her.
Yeah, man. I miss her, man. You know what I mean? But the reality of it is, and why I spread these messages and talk like this, is like, rehab's telling you that it's going to be fine and mum's going to be happy and your older brother's going to forget. Nah. As humans, we remember, bro.
So how many years you been clean now, Gary?
I've been clean for 8 years this September. When my daughter turns 7, I've been clean for 8 years.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing.
It's been a fucking long ride, man. It's been a fucking
well done.
brutal long ride. Like,
it's a lot more interesting than anything you can ask me. That's actually, that's amazing. Good on you, dude.
Yeah, thank you, man. I
Good
appreciate it.
And I hope you patch it up with your mum.
Yeah, things will be.
Because, you know, like sometimes I lost my mum 10 years now.
Sorry to hear that.
And yeah, thank you. But, you know, you just go, there's moments which don't come back. And, I've lost other people in those obviously all those periods as we get older and things happen and whatever. So if you can fight for bringing any sort of relationship back with her, it's, I'm sure she'll see one of these things and come back, because I know it means more. And if you've been clean for 8 years, man, you've done the work. And I get it. Like there's family members to me that I'm just like, they've just fucked me over so many times that I can't mend that relationship. But at some point you go, they're still your family.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And you give them another go. And then 100%. Don't fuck it up. Then don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Get another chance. Don't fuck that up.
Yeah, man. So I've got to ask you this question, bro. What happened with the Scientologist?
What a hard transition. We've gone from the deepest conversation.
Yeah, no, that's me, man. That's me.
Straight to the cult.
No, because it's like, yeah, man. It's like, that's me, you know what I mean? We're young and we're talking, we'll go straight from that, have a laugh, and then straight into this. Because like you said at the start, you know, it keeps the people listening checked in. It keeps that coming. So did they really cancel your TikTok, man?
No. So the short answer is no. So for people that didn't see the video, essentially what happened is we approached Scientology and they didn't let us in, and it became this whole thing, went super viral across all the various platforms, because it is what I expected to happen, right? I wasn't expecting them to let me in, but we knew that anyway. So we're going to go, hey, you talk to us about Scientology. Everyone's got that impression. Fairly, I said, I didn't go in there to like talk shit to them. I just said, look, I'm going to obviously walk up. You tell us whatever. They close the door in my face and yada, yada, yada. I literally walked to the other side of the road and get a notification saying your TikTok account's been banned. It's never happened before. Permanently banned. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
That's wild, eh? And
the sequence of events, I mean, it never felt to me like, have they just called someone within a second and banned my account? Like, oh, that's outrageous. Obviously it makes for an entertaining video because that is what happened.
Yeah.
But I think what actually happened is there was some content that was posted a while ago that, I don't know, TikTok does it a lot. They just go, here's a strike or something. But something came up and they just said, it's too much, and banned it.
Yep.
And then so I went back and appealed and they reinstated the account. That content, I don't even know what it was anymore. So the sequence of events made it sound like, fucking did Scientology do this? But the answer is no.
Yeah. That's cool because like that video was wild, and then the chick with the blue hair came out of nowhere, and I was like, we've got a bit on here. Like, she was amazing. She was the kind of person you wanted to really get the lowdown on Scientology. So that's why I knew we were going to speak to her. So I wanted to get Scientology to share their perspective because it's obviously both sides. I kind of expected them to not want to talk, which is kind of a worrying sign when someone doesn't want to talk. And I all asked was, hey, do you have a PR person? Do you have a media person? Do you have anyone that can at least say something? No, fucking shut the door, get out. And then she explained all the seemingly terrible things that Scientology's done. And then we just let it be. And that became a huge video. Do you remember that movie, Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
Do you remember how there's the people that get around and they're like Zoltan?
Oh, I don't remember in that much detail.
There's like tinfoil hat people, like all these weirdos getting around in the movie. I just imagine that's what the Scientologists were like inside there, but that's just me with my judgments.
Well, the one thing she mentioned, which was really interesting, is because you walk past, man, I never knew the Scientology building existed in Perth. I had no idea.
That's cool. I didn't either.
Yeah, most people didn't. So a lot of the comments was like, dude, is this in Perth? I'm like, yeah, it is in Perth. It's in Belmont. You drive past around the corner and the building is humongous. So it already makes you question that Scientology has such negative public perception anyway.
I don't think I've ever heard anything positive about it.
No, never, except for Tom Cruise talking about how they're amazing. And it makes you think, what the fuck's wrong with Tom Cruise? And then so you walk past the massive ass building and I was like, so I asked her because she knows the insides of it.
Yeah.
I said, who is in there? And she's like, what you'll realize is their main business, and I might be quoting this wrong, so please go watch the video to get the right facts, is she says that it's more of a real estate organization than it is a religious organization. They claim themselves to be a religion because the taxing, the tax benefits of being a religion are significant because you don't pay tax on a lot of stuff, and I don't know the exact details of it, but it allows them to buy these huge real estate spaces, turn them into Scientology, which is virtually no one fucking in there. And they have to make it look alluring, like, oh, Scientology is huge. Because that was my impression. I'm like, there must be thousands of people here. She's like, dude, if you walk in, there's probably like fucking 10.
That's what I thought. I was just assuming there was like mass gatherings going on in there and all sorts of shit, man. It's like, yeah.
Well, I haven't gone inside to tell you, man. So once they let me in, I'll give you the lowdown.
Yeah, nice, nice. Because you also met the Wolf Creek guy, eh?
Yeah.
I seen you. He looked pissed, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, I thought that was really funny too. Like, so you can't go up to any camping grounds in Australia.
I got a lot of heat for not asking the right questions, but those are the questions I wanted to ask, man.
As your interview, bro.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
They were like, oh, you should ask about his divorce. And so I was like, I didn't know anything about that. You should ask about him and being play school. I didn't know anything about that.
People are terrible, eh? Like, let's ask him about the breakup with his wife. Like, let's pick on him on camera. Like, that sucks, eh?
Yeah, but that's what you expect from journalist. I'm not a journalist.
Yeah, okay.
I just thought it's funny that he's the scariest person on TV, and if he goes out camping, that is fucking hilarious, right? That's really what I wanted to ask him, and he was interesting, man. He came across very like,
he was pretty like, the body language was very like aggressive in the video. Like, I was almost nervous watching it. Like, is he going to get open hand slapped here? Like, what's going to happen? But
well, he did. He slapped me in the end, which was
did he?
Well, like kind of like this, not like a full on slap.
Yeah.
Which was funny. But yeah, those are the questions. I was like, so you got kids, you go out to like pick up your kids, you look like this serial killer murderer motherfucker, and are they just going, whoa, this guy? Anyway, so I don't know if it didn't click the way I would have, right? But those are what I wanted to ask, man. Those are the questions.
I'm the sort of guy, and the way I play jokes and stuff, like what you're saying about with comedy, is if I seen him at a camping grounds, I'd like hide behind a wall and be like, he's here, run. Like, you know, I fully connect to that comedy, but.
Exactly, man. It's a funny thing to see him go camping, bro. And then I was like, what car do you drive? Because in Wolf Creek, he's got that big pickup truck. And then he's like, what did he say? I drive a Kia or something. I was like, fuck, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny. The roughest, most dangerous serial killer on screen drives a Kia.
Yeah.
But anyway, people don't always connect with my comedy.
Yeah. So who is your favorite interview that you've done so far on the streets? Like, the one that I see from you that I think a lot of people mention is Nick the Esche.
Yeah.
That was a pretty funny one, man. Is there like a specific guy that you've spoken to on the streets who's your favorite that you had the most fun with?
Well, yes. So there's probably two answers to it. One is the most one that I enjoyed.
Yep. And
then there's probably one that's been more iconic. And the iconic one has to be Nick. Like, Nick was, when we did that interview, it was something. Like, it hit the West Australian front page. It was talked about by everyone. It was shared in groups. It drew all these Esches out of the woodwork. They wanted to do I was interviewing Esches.
Your page was Esche for like a month after that.
Yeah, I got titled Esche Whisperer. It was crazy, man. And it was at the peak of the trend where I didn't know anything about fucking Esches, dude.
Yeah.
I just heard the word Esches and I was like, these drop kicks, or that's all I really knew. Then I spoke to him and I was like, that just like, it gave the channel like this circulation across the country. I was walking through Brisbane and people like, fuck, Esche guy. Like, it's like, this is wild that like just meeting this kid and it's gone to this scale. So yeah, iconic interview, him, and we recently re-interviewed him when he's come back out of jail, and he is so good, man. He's the funniest dude. He's so quick-witted. He knows how to play his character, which is just him, but he's incredible, man. You can put him on camera every week and it's just incredible to watch. So I've done like 4 or 5 interviews with the guy because he's a rare character. Like, you don't get those characters in the world that often. But the interview I've enjoyed the most, oh man, there's so many. There's so many that have been very, very difficult. Like, the more we've started doing YouTube, like, our focus is getting a lot more on building a show.
Yeah.
Like an actual episode you would watch. It's hard. So when you can crack that, man, there's nothing as exciting. And by crack that, I mean, you go in with a concept. So we just went to West Sydney. Next week we're going to Adelaide. So you have a concept, and the concept in Sydney was it's the end of the Eshays.
Okay.
Right? So Nick came out 3 years ago, and now everyone says it's crazy for a subculture to peak and just die so quickly. So we've always said, let's go to the home of the Eshays. Like, you know, someone would go to Jerusalem to see the home of Jesus, right? Yeah. I'm the idiot that would go to the home of the Eshays, right?
Which is where Mount Druitt?
Mount Druitt, essentially, right? So somewhere around Mount Druitt, right? West Sydney is large, but Mount Druitt would be the cluster. So let's go find out what the ruins of the Eshays look like. So we went and did the whole video. So that is hard because you're going there with not much. You don't have characters. We never set it up because setup is not our channel. So I can't go, all right, man, when I approach you, man, you say this, and then say some fucked up shit, and then I'll do this, and then it'll be a great video.
Yeah, that's gay.
But yeah, yes, best way to describe it. That's homosexual. So if you do that, it's not good. That's not our channel. We have to make sure it's organic. It's not planned. Yeah. The only thing we can plan is to meet someone, but the conversation can't be planned, right? We meet this person, and the thing is, prior to that, I don't talk to them. So then it biases the opinion. So that's hard. It's like, I've got to land in this place and I've got to figure this thing out, right? And then it just built. We met this guy who's still living the Eshay life. Then we met this other guy who's like, I got drawn into that world. I lost my family. Like, no one wanted to talk to me. I started doing dumb shit, and he was a sensible corporate kid. And he goes, now I've come the other side. So I was like, fuck, this is working. So that's what invigorates me, because I'm like, we're building. I'm getting leads. It's happening. And so it's not really one interview, but when the whole chain of events starts to work,
man. Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And then Tim, who's a genius, like he's got a background in filmmaking and creating narratives and whatever. He builds the edit into a thing that I just don't know how someone does it, man. Because I just go and interview.
I've got a respect for it too, man. Like, I know some of the guys that do some of the vlogs and that from the other podcasts I watch when they go and do to their events at the UFC and stuff. Yeah. I love sitting down and watching that. And it's not really for the viewing. It's when you do your own content and you see how people chop all those clips up and just slap them all together and make it like, it's just so catchy and like it gets my blood pumping. I fucking love it, man.
It's unbelievable, man. Like, because I just go and do interviews. I meet people. I just have fun and talk shit. And obviously in my mind, I'm like making sure it's done as best as it can. Then when he puts it all together into a YouTube that flows with music and seamless transit, because sometimes you're like, bro, okay, I need you to walk down those stairs and eat that sausage. And I'm like, okay, fucking whatever. So I do it, not knowing what he's thinking, but in his mind, he's thinking, okay, I need to put that in here and then this. Then he produces the thing and I'm like, fucking hell, dude. You're next level, bro. Yeah. Like, it's without him, the channel wouldn't work, right? So he's unseen because he's behind the camera or behind the computer. But yeah, without him, the channel's non-existent.
Yeah, nice.
You know, I could do what I do with someone else and it would be nowhere near as successful.
Mediocre at best. Yeah. I think that connection you were talking about at the very start, where you can have that banter and have that flow, like if he's pissing you off or you're pissing him, Tim, fuck off. And, you know, you're just not going to step on each other's toes. You're still going to get that end result. And I think in this fast-paced world we live in, you know, people have got too much options to, I didn't like the way I was spoken to, or no, I'm not doing that because it puts me out a bit. So everyone's looking for that easy way out, so to speak. And when you meet like a Tim who's good at what he does, it's like.
And more so, man, we're mates. Like we travel together, we hang out, we have a beer, we just talk shit. We love just driving out to a place and going, dude, I don't know what's going to happen here, bro. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'm like, you be prepared, I be prepared. We're walking into Mount Druitt. This is a fucking rough area. There's some sketchy people. And we're in this together. So you go to war together. Yeah, nice. And it's nothing like it, man. I'm like, it's such a dream that you get to do this, dude.
Yeah, I'm even pinching myself right now sitting here talking to you. Like, yeah, like I said, you see, you just put yourself out there and try something new. You know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, in this case, it worked. And so fuck yeah, like, now we're here doing this, and I'm starting to realize, like, if you back yourself as well, it's a powerful, powerful thing. One
of the best quotes was, you only fail when you quit.
Yeah, nice.
Right? So you only really fail when you quit. So the business process of it is, and I've done a fair few podcasts. I don't do that many, but it depends on whatever the team picks.
Well,
so
I saw you on Intersect. That's why I messaged you.
Yeah. So what I always think about podcasts is people come up and go, yeah, I'm going to fucking have the greatest podcast in the world, da 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 da. And I'm like, look, keep in mind, there's 20 bazillion podcasts.
Yeah,
there's an endless amount of options.
Yeah.
So most of them go like this. They do 2 episodes and they're fucking gone, right? And they get excited, gone. And the ones that persist, like look at Joe Rogan, one of the biggest podcasts in the world, or the biggest, right? He did it to obscurity for the first 5 years, right? Like he's just doing it with mates, shitty camera. Go watch the first episode. It looks like dog shit. And he did it for so long before it became the JRE, right? So
now they got the comedy mothership and everything connected to it, man. That's my favorite podcast.
It's unbelievable. It's amazing, right? So for people like us, we enjoy it. And I love him as an interview and you see his progression. But what I'm trying to say is like anything, like our YouTube has not worked for about 2.5 years, not at all. Like we get 5,000 views and we'll be like, holy shit. Like the video we just posted the Sydney now is at about 85,000 views in 24 hours. So it's taken 2.5 years to finally get some momentum. And all it is you've got to keep going with obviously enough runway, enough money, enough passion, and keep changing.
Yeah, okay.
Keep trying, keep going. So if you're going to do this, just like anyone else, you got to go, the only time I fail is when I stop.
Yeah.
And it might start as a podcast and in 2 years, it might be Gary on the streets doing
whatever.
Fucking hip hop dancing. We don't know. Yeah. I'm hoping that's not the case.
Yeah, I'm a terrible dancer. I won't subject the people of Perth to my terrible white guy dancing.
You never know, man. That's what TikTok might want. And suddenly I'm seeing you doing handstands and splits and fucking 6 steps. But
if they're going to pay me, I'll probably do it.
Well, there you go. Or you start on OnlyFans and now we got your dick pics on the internet.
Yeah, well, people have to get a magnifying glass.
I don't know. There could be a fetish for it, man. There's your
we do live in 2025, man. So what's something that people don't understand about what you do? Because obviously, like, you know, is there a misunderstanding or a misconcept that people do watch your videos and get sort of the wrong idea? Like,
you tell me, what do you think some of those could be?
One, that you speak to this guy and he's on a push bike and he's clearly like high as, man.
The BMX guy?
I'm not sure. I think it was at the deli at Kandoola again, actually. I think it was. I don't know where it was. It was just a guy on the bike and he was pretty cooked. And if you were flowing through, it just seemed like you were sort of speaking to him because he was like just pretty rough looking dude, sort of off his head, sort of an easy sort of laugh or to have a dig at him. But you're not about that, are you? You're not looking to take the piss out of anyone. You'll just talk to everyone, aren't you?
Well, I mean, look, the number one pushback that some people would give to the videos is like the word exploitation.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I didn't say it right, yeah.
Which is what, the West Australian did a whole bloody article on, is it interviews or is it exploitation? So there has been interviews where I've done some and I've gone, I'm not proud of that.
Yeah, right.
So there has been those moments.
Yep.
But I don't feel like that's happened in the last probably a year and a half, right? Yeah. Because early on, like, you're here's the problem. I'm trying to create mostly comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy is very hard to do on the fly with strangers. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
We're not in front of an audience where I can script something and make people laugh and whatever. Now, look at crowd work, which happens on stage. It's normally roasting someone. You find someone in the audience, you fucking roast them. And people go, yeah, bro, that's amazing. And it is, it takes skill. So I came in with the mindset, okay, this is what it is. I go out and do crowd work and I've got to like roast people. That's not what it is. That's because sometimes, one, they're not at a show. They're not volunteered for this thing. Obviously, we get everyone's consent. So no one is going on camera without consent. If someone goes, I don't want to be filmed, if we don't ask them up top, we do the interview, then at some point we stop the interview and I say, hey dude, this is the da-da-da, it's going to get distributed, yada. And at that moment, someone will go, dude, I'm not interested. It's like, see you later, dude, thanks, bye, right? So the people you see on the channel have consented to be on.
That's what I wanted to ask as well. Like, because it's not, obviously you're not just going around slapping any old video up on the internet of any old Joe. Like, because I've had some people mention it and be like, oh, he's just embarrassing people. I'm like, he's making content, mate. Like, these people are clearly, there's not just going to be like, oh, I'll put any old thing on the internet. There's clearly people saying, yeah, I'm down for this. Because, man, people run to your cameras sometimes. Like, when you watch some of them, there are people like, and then they just start beelining towards and sort of like shuffling in, like, am I going to get in?
Yeah. So that all happens, but I get where the pushback is coming from. Is firstly, one, we get everyone's consent, right? So someone that's consented to be on the video, that is them wanting to be on camera, right? Obviously, those little snippets of walking past someone saying something, we're in public, we're allowed to film that. You don't get the consent of walkers by or like the occasional word. An interview, you get people's consent. They know what's happening. There's 2 fucking cameras. I'm not in there with a hidden fucking Ray-Ban or something, right? They know what's happening. So one, it's someone's consent. So are you exploiting someone who's given their consent? I don't know. It's up to you. That's your opinion. Secondly, what I try not to do is we don't post edit. As in what I mean is like what you say is what you say. So if you say some dumb shit and people laugh at it, in the end, it's comedy. They're going to roast you. I say some dumb shit, people roast me. I get roasted all the time. Like fucking John Jarrett's an example. I got fucking blasted for being a fuckwit, right? So in the end, it is
such a good video, by the way.
Which is what the content is. So I get people's, this is the differentiation. Now, let me put it into another perspective, which is the one thing that pisses me off the most, is I watch a video, there's many Australian creators, I'm not going to name any, is they will go to similar places that we go to, right? And I talk to the people that no one talks to, right? I talk to them. I talk to everyone, but I talk to people no one talks to. These people will go to those people. They will, on camera, which I can't understand the fucking repulsive behavior of this, and go buy the Maccas and show how much the bill is, $50, and then buy the Maccas and then go, cheers, man, you know, hope it helps you or whatever, and walk off. And I'm like,
okay.
No, it's like, that is the height of exploitation.
Yeah, for real.
You've gone on camera to do a good act just so you can film it. That's horrible, dude. Like I find that, anyway, maybe I'm too opinionated by that. Like we never, ever, I mean, I try and tell people, go, dude, cut anything out that makes me look like a good guy. Cause that's terrible. Like if you're going to do a good thing, do it off camera. Why the fuck are you doing it on camera, dude? Like, so, okay, I'm not trying to defend myself. I'm saying, look, everyone has an opinion. If they think I'm exploiting people because I'm talking to people that are disadvantaged or misunderstood, that's their opinion. You don't have to watch what I do. All I'm doing is I am talking mostly to the people that no one talks to, right? And are we allowed to talk to people? I don't know. You answer that. I think we should talk to everyone. I think we should know, why is that person got addicted to drugs and is now in a fucking toilet in wherever the hell they were? I'm like, isn't that interesting to know? And why is it that if I walked into that toilet and said, hey, can I go out and buy you, I don't know, a t-shirt and make a whole video about buying you a t-shirt and then drive you out to somewhere and then never talk to you again, but I've done this whole round video of making myself look like a mad cunt. That's disgusting, man.
I didn't realize so many people did it. I've only just come into the world of content creation to realize as well. I won't say any names and stuff, but I do see a few videos pop up and then you sort of like them yourself or you save them into your favorite videos and then you notice that that same video has been replicated by 10 other creators and basically there's not very many people having their own individual ideas, and that's why I like your content so much, is because it's so different. It's different people every time. It's the same, but it's different from the people that you talk to. And
yeah, look, our niche is we are talking to generally they're not the ones that are not represented by media. Those are the people we're talking to more often than not. Like I'm not the person who's going to talk to a professional and go, hey, what do you do for a living, bro? How did you afford this car? I couldn't give a fuck. This is just terrible. And then again, you're like, now the reverse. Are you exploiting someone's wealth for your views? Like it's all the same shit. Like you can have the same comments around it. And I'm okay with it. Like if people think that's not the right thing to do, well, whatever. It is, I'm not provoking anyone. I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm getting people's consent. We're talking to people about their stories, and it's got to be funny, dude.
Yeah,
like
man.
it's got to be. It's fucking hard to do. I challenge someone to go do it without sometimes taking the piss out of someone. It's just going to happen.
Yeah,
like
right.
you're talking, and it's just going to happen because you're bantering. What I have more pushback against is the people that now it's become this thing of like ticking a box when someone does a nice thing and they showcase it on camera and they're showcasing the amount of money they spent to help these people in underprivileged communities. And I'm like, bro, that's not good.
Yeah,
that's terrible. That's now you're going to a really bad community and you're making yourself look like a good guy on camera and showcasing how much you're spending. I'm like,
so do you think people that have a platform have a responsibility to be a good cunt, basically? You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
Like, do whatever you want. It's up to your morals, and you got to go to sleep at night being happy with what you're doing. So if you,
good answer, man. That was a good answer.
Yeah, if you're the thing is, man, the Bill Cosby seemed like one of the nicest guys on camera. He was one of the nicest guys, right? What did he turn out to be? A total fucking creep, right?
Yep.
And I'm not saying that's everyone, but I'm like, I don't know. What are people hiding? Like I'm as much as myself on camera as I am in the real world. And I try to be that. So if you hate me, you hate me. That's me. And I'm like that at work. I'm like that with clients. I lose clients because I'm like, man, you live life once, be yourself.
Yeah.
Be your true self. And if you hate the fact that I'm this type of person, that's okay.
Yeah.
That is okay. I don't need everyone to like me, man.
I think there needs to be more people saying that on a social media platform. Like, you're not always going to get the likes and the views. You're not always going to be liked by people. And like you just said, that's okay. Like, people don't have to listen to my recovery stuff either. You know what I mean? They might listen to me. Who's this fucking idiot? Like, I'm not going to follow that kid's advice, like whatever. But then on the same wicket, there could be someone else that really benefits from it. And I think that's the power of it, you know, is the social media is not just a horse that you sort of tame and then keep in the paddock, is it? It's this wild sort of stallion that's changing in every sort of angle, and you've got to go with it to keep your content fresh. You've got to keep that up. And it's another question that I had for you too, is how do you keep showing up even on your bad days, man?
You're a professional. Professionals have got to do it.
Good answer.
If you're a professional at anything, you've got to, like, you know, years of work, business.
Yeah, man.
Your knees are hurting, you still got to fucking tile that floor.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just, and it's the professionals that will do it.
Yep.
It's the non-professionals that will go, I don't feel like it. It's like, bro, you just got to do it.
Yep.
And that just means you build thicker skin by doing it when you're at the toughest times. Like sometimes you're exhausted. Like, I've done a red-eyed flight, landed in Sydney, fucking no sleep. All three of us are like just dead. And you go, man, we've only got 2.5 days. We've got families back home. This is the time we have. You don't want to. You're tired. Your brain's not working. You're like, all right, what do I need to do? Get in the zone. Let's do it. And that's what a professional does.
Yeah, nice.
And if you want to succeed, or you like what you do, it's not always about success. Nothing's always about success. Everyone just talks about success. It's about if you like what you do and you've been given this fucking rare opportunity to travel to Sydney and film yourself doing dumb shit.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Like, man, I would kill to do that. And I get to do that. Yeah. So why be a bitch? I don't know how else to put it. Why be a bitch? Maybe I should buy the Maccas and go, I spend $100.
Make sure you show them the receipt.
Sorry, I'm throwing too much shade at that, but that's the one thing that just, I don't know, kind of bothers me.
So what makes a good interview in your opinion? Like, is it the charismatic nicks or is it the loopy guys that think they're Egyptian that have carpet shops?
Look, man, you find an interesting person, it makes the interview easier. In the end, I'm always trying to find someone who has a very different view on the world. Yeah. Like a unique viewpoint. Sometimes they're just fucking outrageous. They just say crazy shit. And that's, I love that. Like, it's hilarious. Yeah. Like, you know, we say crazy shit all the time. So, but what makes a good interview is when you don't have that and you've got to dig in, right? You got to dig in and find the interesting. And it's not always funny. Sometimes you got to find the interesting. It's like, it's a Dave Chappelle quote, is if you, I don't know how to word it, but basically he says, if your set doesn't have to be funny, it has to be interesting. So a recent one we just posted yesterday was with this Afghan gentleman, and he was dressed in a suit in the midst of Mount Druitt, where all these other people were very rough looking. There was police, and he was the only guy in a suit. So I was like, I have to speak to this guy. I have to speak to him. This is it. This is like a whatever, like sticking out in the
purple cow.
That's it, the purple cow. That's what I was looking for. So he came in. It was a tough interview. He wasn't giving me much. In fact, he was giving me nothing. But we dug in, and then he started talking about his life, and it became a very, it was a vulnerable story. Like, he's got a restraining order from his missus because he hasn't seen his kids. Something's gone down with him.
Wow. Yep.
And he was a tense dude, man. Like, you could see he was going through some shit. And that interview, I was like, fuck, that's good. Because it's a good interview. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of, everything needed to work for that to come out. And on TikTok, we just posted essentially a very uncut version, 6 minutes, which not many people put out 6 minutes of content as a single video.
Most people won't watch past 45 seconds.
Yeah, and the video's crushing because you can feel the tension.
Yeah, man. That was a great answer. Like, so you're willing to put in the work as the interviewer as well. Like, it's not just get the other person to do all the work. I'm going to, really dig in and do the interviewing properly, so to speak. Like, not just flying, like you said, with the other people, tick, 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 bang. Like, you're really going to single that guy out and be like, right, there we go. Yeah,
because you got to kind of capture that, because you got to know, hey, there's something here, and how do I get it out of them? And then that's where you've developed years of skills and thinking and to try and figure that out. And it's, and this is what I challenge people to do, because they sometimes think, oh, well, if you just go out and you just find Gronks, and it's fucking easy. Try it. It's not. It's really hard.
Wow.
It's really hard to go out, approach people, disarm them very quickly, get them comfortable, be able to navigate whatever tension there is, get them to talk to you. It's already very hard. I've had to do it, and I know how fucking difficult it is.
Yeah, some people don't like to talk, do they?
Most people. Yeah. You're approaching a stranger who's doing something. They're in the midst of something, and you got to disarm them. Yep. They're not sitting down for a podcast. They haven't come in for this. So you got to kind of get their story, and you got to disarm them very quickly. You got to develop rapport. You got to then connect on something that you share mutually.
Yeah.
You got to use your body language. You got to build your character. You got to get them to engage, and then you got to find the funny, if that's what you're going for, or you got to find the emotional or whatever. And if you think you can walk out the streets and just go speak to just, like I said, Gronks or crazy people and put that and make the channel work, try it.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah, cool.
It's
another belter of an answer, actually, because it's sort of like the logistics of it all and the workings of it. Like, you don't just get to go and film any old person. Like, I truly do believe that the people that you do choose to interview make your channel as well. Like, it's a connection that you've got as the person. Like, you're not just choosing any old Tom, Dick and Harry. You're going,
no.
Choose this person. I'm going to put the effort in and get the result at the end. And so, I think in Perth, man, there's not very many people doing content, is there? There's not really much going on. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you too, because I want to get my name out there in Perth as a content creator, because I want to eventually work with, I don't know, let's just say the Red Cross or Salvation Army or something like that, and get some GoFundMe pages or something going, and, fill the boot up with fresh socks, sleeping bags, beanies and shit, and go around and just walk on people with camera and be like, hey, brother, how are you? Be like, fuck, I'm on the streets. Be like, all right, well, I can't help you up, but here's some fresh socks, a beanie, and a sleeping bag. Stay blessed. Like, that's what I want to do. But going into Perth to go to work some mornings, I'm like, I don't want to fucking talk. I'm scared, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of those people are scary, but I do actually deep down believe that is what our city needs. I think our city needs a young, fresh face out there putting all these angles around and showing people on social media. Like, some of the places in Perth are fucking rough now compared to what they used to be 10 years ago, man. And I want to try and help people through that if I can, you know what I mean? Eventually down the line with this channel or my platforms or whatever, I do want to try and help people. So
we all got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And do the right thing, but don't showcase yourself trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
That's always...
There's another scary element of it too. Like I didn't want people that knew me to be like, well, these guys think he's fucking God now going around giving people sleeping bags and shit.
Yeah, because you're leveraging the like a feel good thing to like make yourself grow a channel. That's not okay. Like in my eyes, that's not okay.
It's hard, eh? Like
do it off camera. Like if you're doing good things, do it off camera because that is actually a good thing.
That's a great piece of advice.
Because if you're doing it on camera, and there's a lot of channels that have blown up where they're essentially the basis of it is they're going around doing nice things. And I guarantee you, off camera, they probably do none of that.
Yeah, okay.
So that's fucking terrible. Yeah. You're a total dickhead. Like I have no other way of expressing it.
Yeah.
If the only time you do a good thing is because you're being filmed of doing a good thing, so you look like a good person, and that's getting you views because everyone likes feel good.
Yeah.
That's not okay, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
We should be good people, and we should not have to
step on someone else to get it.
Project ourselves as good people. No, it's not okay.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Nice, man. So just from the streets of Perth that you have seen around in the interviewing and stuff, like, do you think the drug problems are getting worse on the streets?
I do think so, man. Yep. I do think so.
Yep.
But it could be the fact that I'm out more than other people, so you do come across...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I'm out during daytime. We film during daytime.
Yeah.
And daytime on a weekday, who's really out? It could be people that are on drugs, right? Yeah. In certain areas. So I do think so. I think I've seen, I kind of have a pulse on the trends where there was a period where I just started coming across a lot of people identifying as different genders because I was just in the media. So I was just seeing a lot of like whatever, trans and other like categories in the LGBT. That was just getting a lot more prevalent than it was before. And I was like, this is weird. I never used to see this. And then now you see whatever the trend is, I don't know, like woke people, and that started happening for a minute. Yep. And then I do see a lot of people under the influence, and also being in the areas that it is more prevalent. But I don't know. I do feel like there is attention on it, and when there's attention on a problem, hopefully there are people looking into fixing it, as opposed to avoiding the problem.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
What's it like in relation to Sydney and stuff, and Melbourne, some of the other cities that you've been to? Is it sort of like, because I've been here my whole life. I've travelled through Europe and shit and seen a few of that, but I've never actually left Perth. So I don't know what it's like anywhere out there.
I feel like Perth City is worse. There's a lot more. Man. There's a lot more drug use and people under the influence in the city. Like if I go to Brisbane, I rarely see anyone that's like kind of tripping out. Yeah. Whereas in Perth, you see it all the time. And
shout out to you, Perth.
Yeah, it's wild. And the city is not. See, I have young kids, and I took them out to the city, and I kind of felt uncomfortable because I'm like, they're two little kids, and I obviously you do anything to protect them, but there's a lot of people that I'm like worried. I'm looking around, like on a CCTV camera, looking around, seeing, fuck, that person that looks a bit shady, this, that, and the other thing, and. Walking through Melbourne City, never felt that. Walking through Sydney City, didn't feel that.
It's so interesting that you say that, because I've had this, I know from some of the stuff I used to get up to when I was a teenager and the shit went to jail and that for, I know this city's dirty and gritty, bro. I know there's a lot of stuff that happens, and a lot of you've been up to Geraldton and that, man, up north gets belted with drug drops and it just comes down the guts of the state straight in, man, and it's just like... flood the city, you know what I mean? And I feel like other places, they might get their floods or whatever, but Perth is just this on non-stop, like 365 days a year, bro. There's cars coming down from up north, you know what I mean? And like you can see it in the city now. You really do see it. Like I'm in the city a lot, I'm in my work clothes a lot. I just hoodie up and I just people watch, man. And I just sit back and I just watch and look. And I'm doing like a 3/4 scan going... I reckon about fucking 65% of these people are pretty loaded up. Like even other tradies and stuff will go to work with, man. You go on the job sites on Perth, a lot of guys are on drugs and stuff at work as well. And
you're being tested, right?
Not everywhere. Not everywhere, man.
Because if you're on a construction site, more often than not, you're getting tested.
Yeah, they have the random tests here and there, but still, I mean, like,
people gamble.
Well, you got to be careful. Sometimes the dodgy supervisor might have a whole bunch of money being made off a whole crew of guys and he's just not testing them. You got to take into consideration that people are grubs, man. It's a dirty part of it, but it's why I speak to people. It's why I ask people their opinions on it, because I haven't seen other states in Australia, so I can't comment on it.
Yep.
I'll give you a just a little guess question that I ask everyone. It might catch you off guard. It's a pretty deep one.
Let's go.
If you could walk up to yourself on your 21st birthday and hand yourself a piece of paper with a bit of information that you know about life now, what would it say?
I would say, trust your instinct on what you think you're really good at, as opposed to what society wants you to do. Because it took me a long time to actually go, I know what my strengths are. And that's why it took this much longer to really double down on my strengths. Whereas I was always mitigating the risk by doing something which I think was like, oh, well, this is what society, parents, and everyone wants me to do. Whereas if I had doubled down earlier in my life on the things that I'm good at, I think I would have been well further along the journey.
Yeah, okay.
But I wouldn't have learned all the things I've learned. So there's
the yin and the yang of it too.
Yeah.
Good answer, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been great to meet you, and hopefully it's not the last time I see you, man.
No, it was been a pleasure, man. We've had a great conversation, got deep, so I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me. Cheers, man.
Thank you, bro.